Stu, I've known you for 8-9 years. You are a Toni Guy franchise owner here. I can't believe we're sat here chatting about something quite so chaotic. Take me back to the start of COVID-19 as a business owner. Walk me back through how you felt when the gravity of what had happened hit home.
Well, I've been a franchisee with the company for about 27 years, and this was the first time that I felt my livelihood was out of my kind of influence and out of my control. Yeah. So there was a high level of nervousness, anxiety, and I was preparing for the worst. I knew I had X amount of money in the bank and I could support, the outgoings for a period of time. But beyond that, when everything was unfolding and there was so much uncertainty, I was contemplating what my life was going to be like post this if everything went, belly up.
You've had no precedence for this situation we're in. One of the most overused words at the moment is we're in unprecedented times. How did you try and frame up even beginning to deal with this, again as a business owner, but also as somebody that's an employer and you're looking after people? What did that look like for you?
It was interesting because the financial component of the situation we were in was not my focus at all. My main focus was the people, the team, our family really. And it was bizarre because I created this image in my head, a bit like the sinking ferry in Italy. I was completely committed to being the last man standing, and being there to the end and doing the best that I could by my team really. And so that was my main focus, was just to make the decisions based on what I was right for the safety of the people I employ, the safety of our clients, and what was right for the aspect of us being very much part of this kind of localized community and making our contribution to stemming the progression of the virus.
Talk me a bit through the community, the response and how you dealt with that, because as a high street business, you're on the very front of Brighton's high street here. How did you balance making a decision of what to do with also the messages that are coming up from higher up from Toni and Guy, the CEO, the owner?
Yeah. Well, we had been in daily video conferencing as a group for probably a week before we made the decision to close. So it was great. The CEO was really steering us in a direction, but also very much being considerate to the general perspective of all of us as a group. Yeah. So I felt that I was quite involved in the overall decision, and as the uncertainty grew, the anxiety amongst the team grew, it got to the point where we felt we really needed to close and protect everyone involved.
One of the things that, as a hair salon, as Toni and Guy, you've been actually able to stay open the entire time through the COVID-19 situation, but you actually made a decision to shut your doors. What was the reason for that, and how have you felt as you've gone along?
Yeah, that was interesting to be in the position where the government was saying we could remain open, but we felt as a global brand that we had to be on the front foot and make decisions that weren't focused around trying to retain some level of revenue. Yeah. Because as far as I was concerned, there was no other reason to stay open unless it was about trying to get money in the till. Yeah. And that wasn't the priority. The priority was safety for the community, safety for everyone that works for me. We felt we needed to make a stand and stand up for the safety of the people in the community rather than be seen to prioritising trying to make money.
Tell me what's the biggest takeaway that you've had from this situation that we've been in, and what's the thing that's probably taken you a bit by surprise?
I think it's the recognition of the part that we play in people's lives. We are offering the opportunity for a majority of people coming in. We are the first environment they've come back to since we know things are somewhat under control here.
Yep.
And we're finding that the gratitude of people, yes, how they look, but more from the point of view that they're physically able to interact with other human beings, is made a huge part of their kind of feeling happy and investing into their mental health. It's really reinforced to me the privilege of being a hairdresser and able to make people feel great about themselves.